Today, we're diving into the countdown of the greatest films starring Brad Pitt. Iconic performances, unforgettable stories, and cinematic brilliance that defined a generation. From gritty dramas to epic adventures, get ready to relive the moments that made him a legend. Coming in at number 10, Bullet Train. The story is set almost entirely aboard a speeding Shinkansen bullet train from Tokyo to Morioka. It follows five assassins who discover their seemingly separate missions are all interconnected. Among them are Ladybug, an unlucky and reluctant operative who just wants to steal a briefcase and get off at the next stop. The lethal and philosophical duo, Tangerine and Lemon, tasked with guarding that very briefcase and a kidnapped mob boss's son. And a young sociopathic killer known as the Prince, who has his own twisted agenda involving a drugged ex-hitman. As the train hurtles forward, these deadly professionals find their paths violently colliding in a darkly comedic and chaotic chain of events. Coming in at number 9, Fury. The story is set in April 1945, during the final brutal weeks of World War II in Europe. It follows the battle-hardened crew of an American Sherman tank named Fury, led by the stoic and fierce Sergeant Don War Daddy Collier. After losing a crew member, they are joined by Norman, a green and traumatized typist who is utterly unprepared for the horrors of tank warfare. As the platoon pushes deep into the heart of Nazi Germany, the crew faces overwhelming odds and a fanatical enemy. Norman must quickly learn the harsh realities of war from his new brothers, culminating in a desperate last stand against a massive SS battalion at a strategic crossroads where the crew must fight for their lives. Coming in at number 7, Troy. The story is set in ancient Greece and follows the epic conflict sparked by the passionate love between Paris, a prince of Troy, and Helen, the queen of Sparta, whose elopement brings the two kingdoms to war. The ambitious king Agamemnon seizes the opportunity to unite the Greek forces and lay siege to the fortified city of Troy. Legendary warriors rise on both sides, including the proud Greek hero Achilles and the noble Trojan prince Hector, each driven by honor, destiny, and personal motives. As tensions escalate, the prolonged conflict shapes the fate of kingdoms and heroes alike. Coming in at number 6, The Assassination of Jesse James by the coward Robert Ford. The story is set in the late 1800s and chronicles the final months in the life of the legendary American outlaw Jesse James. A young, obsessive admirer named Robert Ford, who has idolized Jesse since childhood, manages to join the aging outlaw's gang. Their relationship grows increasingly tense, shaped by Jesse's volatile paranoia and Robert's ambition for recognition. As the gang's activities slow and suspicions deepen, Robert's admiration begins to shift into something more complicated, setting the stage for choices that will forever alter both of their legacies. Coming in at number 5, Moneyball. The story revolves around Billy Beane, the general manager of the Oakland Athletics, a small market baseball team struggling to compete financially with wealthier franchises. After losing star players, Beane seeks an unconventional method to rebuild the roster. He partners with a young economist who promotes a data-driven approach that values overlooked statistics rather than traditional scouting instincts. Facing skepticism from colleagues and resistance within the organization, Beane pushes forward with the risky strategy, hoping it can transform the team's fortunes and challenge long-standing traditions in the sport. Coming in at number 4, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. The story is set in 1969 Los Angeles, during a period of cultural and industry transformation. It follows Rick Dalton, a fading television actor, and his loyal stunt double Cliff Booth as they attempt to navigate a rapidly changing Hollywood. Rick struggles to maintain relevance while taking on new roles, while Cliff leads a quieter yet mysterious existence. Their lives intersect with rising star Sharon Tate and filmmaker Roman Polanski, who have recently moved nearby. The narrative blends fictional journeys with real historical tensions, building beneath the glamorous surface of the era. Coming in at number 3, The Curious Case of Benjamin Button. The story is set in New Orleans and follows the extraordinary life of Benjamin Button, who is born with the physical condition of an elderly man and ages in reverse. Abandoned at birth and raised in a nursing home, he experiences life from a unique perspective as he grows younger while the world around him moves forward. Along his journey, he encounters love, friendship, and loss, including a deep connection with a woman named Daisy. Their relationship evolves over time, shaped by the unusual direction of his life and the inevitable passage of time. Coming in at number 2, C7 Yen. The story revolves around two detectives, the experienced William Somerset and the impulsive David Mills, investigating a series of disturbing murders in a bleak, rain-soaked city. They soon realize the killer is orchestrating crimes based on the 7 deadly sins, targeting victims he believes represent moral corruption. As the investigation intensifies, the detectives find themselves drawn into a psychological battle with a criminal who appears constantly ahead of them. The pursuit forces both men to confront darkness within society and themselves as they race toward a chilling confrontation. Coming in at number 1, Fight Club. The story follows an unnamed office worker suffering from chronic insomnia and dissatisfaction with his consumer-driven lifestyle. Seeking emotional release, he attends support groups until his routine is disrupted by the enigmatic Marla and a charismatic soap salesman named Tyler Durden. After a life-changing incident, he forms an unusual friendship with Tyler, leading to the creation of an underground fight club that offers men an outlet for frustration and identity. As the group expands into something far more extreme, the narrator begins to question Tyler's influence and the direction his life is taking. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the content, be sure to hit that like button, leave a comment with your thoughts, and don't forget to subscribe so you never miss an update.